All right, we are live on FloTrack here with our men's 1500 Invitational champ, Cooper Teare. Ran an outstanding race today. Cooper, thanks for joining us. Tell us a little bit about how that race went for you.
Yeah, it was great. I think, we were a little slower than we wanted to be on the pacing, but honestly, with this being the season opener and kind of just where we're at in training, I think a little bit slower pace was good. And it was just getting competitive again. I think we've been training for so long, and indoors didn't really go how I wanted it to. So it was really fun to come in here and feel really good and be able to actually kind of control the race the way I wanted to. And it was a little. We were slow at the start. People were off the pacer. I literally at one point told Kip Sang and the South Carolina guy, I was like, someone go get on him, and they both kind of looked back at me. So I was like, all right, cut right through him, got on the pacer. He did a great job. He kept us on, but really smooth. I know indoors we kind of, in that mile in Boston, we were kind of yo-yoing out really fast and kind of came back. So it felt really smooth today, and just happy to compete and be able to close that last 150 the way I know I'm capable of. And I feel like everyone says it, but we haven't really touched too much speed yet. I mean, definitely compared to a lot of the training I've done before, it's very aerobic oriented and less of the speed side, which I'm not as much used to, but I feel like it's really showing in my racing and stuff. So I'm happy with it.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about that. You kind of jump in here at what is primarily a collegiate meet, and you're kind of thrown in there with athletes at different spots in their seasons, maybe kind of in the raging river, they're right on it. You're maybe kind of just getting going, coming off of base work. Talk a little bit about that dynamic, the collegiate athletes in there. There was a lot of traffic in there. It seemed kind of like one of those competitive championship style races. You talk about it being smooth and easy. That's not what it looked like from the outside, but talk about that environment kind of in the pack there.
Yeah, I mean, I lived it for a while, and it's nice being able to race every 2 weeks, if not more often, when you're in college. So it's definitely a little bit foreign on the Jerry's almost anti-racing and just grinding and looking forward to the those big meets in the summer. So definitely a lot of training, and I know a lot of these guys are really sharp, so it's a little intimidating coming in and wanting to compete well, but just having to trust where you are in training with your fitness and everything. So I was really happy to be able to come in and compete with guys who have won NCAAs very recently, and kind of be at that caliber without feeling like I've peaked for this race or anything. So yeah, happy to run a fast time. I think that's my second fastest, right at my PR basically. So felt like there's a lot more there, especially in a little bit faster race. So yeah, I was really happy with it. I was lucky I kind of got out of trouble, and I got to just guide that literally until a lap to go, and then we started racing, and Oklahoma State guy really gave me a run for my money. And, I was just happy to have another gear with 100 meters to go. So
yeah, talk a little bit about Masudi there. He kind of gave you all you could handle a little bit. You know.
No, he's scrappy. I liked it. I kind of held him off from 4 to 300, and then let him go to 150, and just try to be confident, keep my turnover high, but not go to the well. And then that last 150, I felt like I kind of switched gears, which we haven't done a ton of. So that was gave me a lot of confidence for just what's to come, and where the aerobic fitness is, and the strength. Strength really is speed when it comes to the end of the day. So feeling good with 150 and being able to close down how I have felt in the past. So that was really good.
Nice to feel that that's there right now, especially early in April. Did Grant talk to you? Did you get a chance to talk to him a little bit? He kind of got caught up about what was kind of going on back in that pack.
Yeah, that's basically exactly what I wanted to avoid. I think he kind of got caught just in that bunch. There was a lot of guys that wanted to go for it, and I knew it was going to be some traffic, so I was happy to get out of there. But yeah, Grant, just unfortunately, I think his heel got caught up, and he ended up last 300 meters with one shoe on, which is tough with those thick spikes. So he definitely was a little off balance, it looked like. But I heard he closed pretty well still.
He still closed very well.
Yeah, you don't want to jeopardize the season for early season race like this. But yeah, I was happy to stay out of trouble and just run my race.
So tactically, it's there. You feel like you got some gears that are there early in your training. Real quick, talk about the environment out here. Just being a part of this. This is a unique event. You know, a lot of the events have a lot of formality. This event, there's an informality to it, even though there's some big time competition going on. Talk a little bit about the environment out here.
Yeah, no, it's a zoo out here for sure. It's insane. I love coming to meets like this. Oregon Relays last year, we had people on the track, and just like feels good to have fans right there and like kind of just screaming in your ear. Like, we had like 10 minutes before the race. We're doing strides here. It's getting a little parched. Just asked a random guy on the sideline if I could take a swig of his water. People are super big fans, and just like, yeah, super helpful and excited to be here. So that makes our job a lot easier, coming out here and putting on a show when there's a crowd to run in front of, which it's hard to get that environment, especially like, I mean, Hayward, it's hard to fill out, so home meets are tough, but yeah, I mean, like, people are here and excited to watch track, so
yeah,
they know when a good race is going on.
And that really just speaks to the community of our sport. Here you are out here, there's collegiate athletes of all different levels, and coaches and athletes all just kind of rubbing elbows, and the fact that you're grabbing water from just a fan standing there, I think that really speaks to the collegiality of this sport.
Yeah.
And this meet is really a microcosm of that, and I love hearing you say that. I love seeing that out here. Great performance today. Now, where does this set you up for the rest of the season at this point?
Yeah, I mean, USA's is real late this year, so got a couple more kind of early season meets, just prime up for 1500, and then gonna run a 5K as well, and just kind of try to knock out standards and get used to racing again before we do a little bit of altitude before USA's. So yeah, I mean, it's such a long season, pre and September, so just trying to stay within ourselves and not get too eager too quick. It's easy to want to run really fast when you see other guys running really fast, but it's hard to be patient and just like get back to training and be okay with that. So I'm happy to have a couple weeks kind of down and like racing before we get back to really the meat of the season and the training. So yeah, I'm excited. A couple big meets coming up, and then yeah, back to it before USA's.
Awesome. Cooper Teare, your Invitational 1500 champ at the Bryan Clay Invitational. Outstanding run. We're going to look forward to following his progress all season en route to another U.S. championship in a world championship year. Thanks a lot,
Yep,
Cooper Teare.
Appreciate it.